Okay, previously I have mentioned what evaluation means. However, it's very common that in educational context, teachers and students get confused evaluation with assessment. That is another term. For that reason, I'm going to talk you about what assessment means, and I'm going to mention the main differences with evaluation. As many other concepts, there are more than one in their own definition. For example, David Borg, he told that assessment is a process um, at the documenting knowledge, beliefs, attitude of students, usually in measurable terms. The goal of assessment is to make an improvement as opposed to simply be judged. In other words, for me, assessment it's useful to review the quality of a process of something and providing feedback according to a specific criteria in order to improve the process to have a better final product. Okay, and as many other concepts, assessment has kind of classification according to what kind of results we are looking for. On the one hand, we have formative assessment. Formative assessment is useful to us as a teacher to realize what our students are learning or what they are not learning. So with formative assessment, we can change appropriately the materials, the methods that we are using, the approaches, activities, and so on, in order to have a better result. Okay, some formative assessment is not usually graded, and we can have that kind of assessed uh, with simple quizzes or with class discussions with students. And on the other hand, we have summative assessment. Okay, in this case is to know what students know, but in this case is the knowledge is graded, is scored. In summative assessment can be with a test, um, projects, assessment, and every period of time, or it's usually at the end of something. For example, at the end of a unit, of the end of a course, semester, or a school year. Okay, before move on to the main differences between assessment and evaluation, I want to mention another concept, that is testing. I think it is important to know what testing is, because I have seen people and myself that we think that evaluation, assessment, and testing are the same process, but as we have checked, that is not true. Okay, so I'm going to explain you about testing. Testing refers to find out how well something works. Okay, and testing tells us what level of knowledge or skills has been acquired. Okay, but it's important to say that testing, that are tests, are different types of tests. Okay, and they are applied in different moments with different proposes during the course, and they are diagnosis test, progress test, um, achievement and proficiency test. And I'm going to explain you them one by one, but quickly. First, the diagnosis or diagnostic test measure a student's understanding of a subject area or skills base, and this is in order to provide an appropriately level class. Then we have a progress test, and this measures students' improvement in relation with their syllabus. And the this kind of test only retains which the student have been taught before. In this case, they are short term and long term. The short term is a test only with only about unit or chapters, and long terms are tests about what students learned during all the course. Okay, then we have achievement test, and this test evaluates learners' understanding of a specific course or study program. And finally, we have a proficiency test, and this refers to evaluate the learner's level of the language. And now that we know the definition of each concept, we can make the main differences between assessment and evaluation. Remember that evaluation is a process in which teachers only judge the final product. Okay, in this case we focus on the final product, if it is right or if it is not. And teachers can give feedback to improve the next time, while assessment is the process in which teachers focus on the procedure and give feedback in order to have a better final product. But in this case, assessment focuses only during the process of doing something. Okay, unfortunately, all these concepts have a completely different application in real life. For example, students cannot understand nothing during the courses because we as a teachers never notice if they are understanding since the beginning. So we continue to give classes and we don't know if they are learning or not, because we don't assess them, and we don't evaluate them. Another case is that in most of the times, teachers teach another topic, and believing that the students really understood the previous one, but that is not true, and for that reason students fail the courses. Unfortunately, students give more importance to scores than have a meaningful learning, because we don't apply the right concept or the right process: assessment, evaluation, or testing. Another case is that students teachers saying the three concepts are as the same thing, and because teachers pretend that everyone know that she or he has thought before. And as a conclusion, we can say that it's important to take into account each concept in order to have a better result. And in a learning context, students can be evaluated, assessed, or tested appropriately in order to recognize what are their really problems, to solve them and have a meaningful learning, and not just worry for a number for a score.